Welcome to the Town of Deerfield Select Board of Health and Sewer Commissioners meeting for December 10th, 2025. The time is 5:15 p.m. This is a hybrid meeting, both on Zoom and in the main meeting room at 8 Conway Street, South Deerfield, Massachusetts. This meeting will be held in a hybrid fashion with the opportunity for both in-person attendance and remote participation. Please note that while an option for remote attendance and/or participation is being provided as a courtesy to the public, the meeting or hearing will not be suspended or terminated if technological problems interrupt the virtual broadcast unless otherwise required by law. Members of the public with a particular interest in any specific item on this agenda should make plans for in-person versus virtual attendance accordingly. The meeting will be held in person in the main meeting room of the Deerfield Municipal Offices. In accordance with Mass General Law, Chapter 30A, anyone intending to record the meeting must identify themselves to the clerk and provide their name and address for the record. So I'll call the meeting to order. We've suspended public comment. We'll resume at the next regular meeting. We've got two items on the decision items today. The first is to vote the fiscal year 2026 sewer commitment, and the second will be to vote on the auto abatements, meaning automatic abatements, not auto cars, but still. Let's see. So I'm going to make a motion, then we can discuss. So I move that the Select Board authorize the collector treasurer to collect from the 972 bills named on the commitment with the amount set against their respective names, amounting in the aggregate to $1,778,086.15 to pay over all monies as soon as collected to the town treasury and to make a report as of such payments to the town accountant.
Second.
Thank you. So these are our summer readings, summer bills. So these bills, as we'll get to next, have the winter, abatements, which means people water their lawns, that kind of thing, fill their swimming pool, all of that. People won't pay more than 125% of their previous winter readings. So that was the winter readings of FY25. So we have a commitment here. The service for the service fee, we've collected $145,800, and then the sewer charges would be $932,286.15 for a total of $1,078,086.15. The sewer consumption is a little down, which has us a little concerned. And the abatements you'll see are up. So, we still need a certain amount of money to run the system each year. So that's why we kind of think about this stuff and look at consumption when we, decide on a sewer rate, along with other, other projects we need to do. But the sewer consumption was 35,679,834 gallons of consumption this time. So are there any questions on that, or anybody ready to vote? Tim, do you have any comments or questions? Are you good to vote?
Does DPC have any ideas about why consumption is going down?
I don't think so. I'd like to, talk to Eric a little bit about that too. We've done I&I work. I'm trying to think of any other reason other than we didn't have much rain. We had rain early, but I think most of the summer was fairly dry. So sometimes I would think, with a lot more rain, people aren't out doing as much or all that. But I don't have an answer really for that.
Yeah, it just seems to be trending slowly downward, although that's kind of, I guess FY24 it was 37 million, and then in 25 it was 38 million, and now it's down to 35 summer readings.
The high watermark was summer readings of 23 was 45 million gallons.
Right.
So we're about 10 million less. So that's quite a bit, you know. So we just, we have to adjust the rate, or somehow it still costs us a certain amount of money to pay the bills and
Right.
plant. So, and then the abatements, DPC is always saying like, why do you abate? We do it because it kind of makes sense, right? You're thinking you're watering your lawn, you're filling your pool, it's not going into the sewer system, we're not treating that water. But we're one of very few towns who do that. Um, most just say, look, this is what it costs to run the plant. It is what it is, but I think ever since I've been here, this has been the practice. And, I do think it makes sense. And to be fair to people, that's kind of what we've done. And I'll get to that in a minute because that's up a bit too. So, okay, all those in favor?
Blake Gilmore, aye.
Tim Hilchey, aye.
Trevor McDaniel, aye. Okay, the next motion, I move the select board authorize the abatement of the sewer accounts provided in the meeting packet for single-family owner-occupied properties above 125% of their own winter consumption for the fiscal year 2026 commitment number one, totaling $96,987.39.
Second.
Thank you. So again, there's these are the automatic, abatements that we do when people water their lawns and wash their cars, that kind of thing. We have had a policy for quite a long time where the residents would not pay more than 125% of their previous winter usage, just kind of benchmarking that. And that it's large, 96,000. It's almost $100,000, and that's high. Last year was 70,000. 2024 was 46,000, and although summer of 23 was 109, so it fluctuates really depending on, again, how wet it is, I think, in a year, and how many people are watching it. I've always mentioned to the residents to kind of pay attention to when your water is being read, so that you can shut your irrigation off. So don't turn it on until you really have to, until after they've read, and then shut it off before they read again. So you're not winding up in those in that winter month time frame by watering, because that only helps your abatement. But it's a little confusing, but so that's it. I guess I don't have any other comments on this. So
I know it's been a policy to abate these things, and I don't have any objection to it, but it would be interesting next year to see what the actual effect on an average home would be if we didn't abate. I mean, it probably wouldn't really make $5 or $6 difference, but just
right.
Data point in case people ask.
Yeah, and that's a good point. The abatements start at $27 and finish at $7,000, so $7,200. So it's really, and I don't know how many are actually here. I couldn't count, but they creep up pretty fast. So it's a lot of the water irrigation is where it's happening, which is, again, fair, reasonable, but it just, again, it's just money that we don't have to run the plant. So anyways.
Do we have a way of tracking the individual homeowners as far as their consumption trending up and that sort of thing? So
Oh yeah, we could check year over year kind
Right.
of where people are.
That's
for
what-
sure.
I was
Yep.
wondering if maybe the consumption rate is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting that a lot of the same street names show up,
Yes.
particularly like Crestview is where all the higher numbers are.
Right.
We have King Philip, a lot of
Mhm.
King Philips.
Yep.
So I don't know if that means anything or if those are just high, um, you know,
High irrigation.
consumption irrigation streets. But,
Yep.
they're also, well, that's enough said.
Yeah, I think that's right. It's where most of the water irrigation happens. So, okay. Um, a signature on this one. So, all those in favor?
Blake Gilmore, aye.
Tim Hilchey, aye.
Trevor McDaniel, aye. Thank you very much. Those are both done. We can get stamp that. That's all set.
Now, is it correct that we have to log out of this meeting and log into a different one?
I believe it's the same Zoom. I will just double check, so you can probably stick around, Tim, but just give me one moment.
Yeah, because maybe it looks different, but maybe it's not.
It's the same one.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Hang right out. Yep. But we are adjourning this one, right? And then
Correct,
opening
yep.
another. Okay. So, any comments? Do you have any? No, you're good. Okay, good. Just didn't want to leave you hanging if you had something to say.
She heard some numbers and she came running. So
Yes, I know. Thank you. I appreciate you hanging out and being here in case we had questions for sure.
Holly's just off screen, Tim. So,
Yeah. Holly's here. Yep.
Hi, Holly.
Okay, so entertain a motion to adjourn.
Move to adjourn.
Thank you.
Second.
Thank you. All those in favor?
Blake Gilmore, aye.
Tim Hilchey, aye.
Trevor McDaniel, aye, and we'll see you in about less than 5 minutes for our tax classification hearing.
Is FCAT here?
Yes, FCAT's here and recording. Yep.
Oh, okay. Maybe see if they can get the assessors in so people know who to.
Yeah, maybe adjust the camera a bit, maybe for get us all. Yeah, that's fine. They see us all the time.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, so welcome to the Town of Deerfield tax classification hearing. The Town of Deerfield Select Board will hold the classification hearing on December 10th, 2025 at 5:30 p.m. for the purpose of providing an open forum for the discussion of local property tax policy and whether all 5 classes of property, residential, open space, commercial, industrial, and personal, shall be taxed at the same rate or at different rates. Information and data concerning the fiscal effect of the available alternatives is open to the public inspection in the municipal offices at 8 Conway Street, South Deerfield, Mass, weekdays between the hours of 9 a.m. and 4 p.m. and on the town's website at www.deerfieldma.us. Interested members of the public may review the material and attend the hearing. Written or oral statements from interested members of the public will be accepted and taken into consideration at the hearing. Written statements will also be accepted prior to the hearing. Meetings are being held in a hybrid fashion with the opportunity for both in-person attendance and remote participation. For purposes of in-person attendance, the Town of Deerfield will host the meeting in the main meeting room at Deerfield Municipal Offices at 8 Conway Street, South Deerfield, Mass. 01373. So call the hearing to order and welcome. Have you guys, our assessors, have you also convened your meeting already?
Yes, we have.
Okay,
We've opened it already.
wonderful.
Yep.
Sounds good. You introduce yourselves?
Yeah, Skip Sobieski, Board of Assessors.
Chuck Shattuck, Board of Assessors.
It's good to have you here. Good
Yeah.
for you. Annual meeting.
Annual quick meeting, yeah.
Yep.
So tonight we'll just start with the tax rate that we're recommending.
Okay.
And we're going to recommend a single tax rate as we usually do.
Yes.
That would be $13.45. If we did split the rate, we could get as low as $12.43 for residential, which would increase commercial industrial to $16.81.
Right.
And we could go anywhere in
In
between those numbers. So
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. I think we typically, have this conversation each year and feel it's important to keep it the same. We're very grateful to have the industrial commercial that we have, and we have a good mix.
yeah, I mean, I don't think we want to disincentivize businesses in any way,
Exactly. It's
and
good.
it would affect farmers as well. They're included.
Yep.
So,
Yeah. And I feel like our policy works because we've got good growth. We've had businesses come into town and it feels like things are happening. So
yeah.
it doesn't seem prudent to kind of change midstream now for
Yeah.
sure.
I mean, the growth last year wasn't super high, but
Right.
yeah, I think it amounted to about 68,000 of tax dollars.
Yep.
Was so on the lower end. We've had years with much more.
Right.
But,
Yep.
so
For sure.
I would just
Um,
note Tim's got his hand up, so
Oh, go ahead, Tim. Yeah. Welcome.
So yeah, a question for both of you, the assessors. Has sunny days been incorporated into the tax rolls at this point?
I don't
The,
believe so. I'd have to check with Karen. I don't think they're.
I know
Not
that
that I
they
know of.
recently received their certificate of occupancy for one of the two buildings that they're almost complete on, and just wondered when that would hit. And yeah, so if it's
A percentage might be in there. Percentage of completion. I'm not sure what that would have been.
right,
But yeah, we could check with her and get back to you.
yeah, if they finish by the end of this year, then next year would they have a prorated number, and then the following year become fully part of the tax rolls? Is that how it works?
Correct. Yeah. Yep. Exactly.
Do we have any other industrial that or commercial that you're aware of that's pending?
Nothing I know of. I don't know.
Yeah, same.
I haven't seen any large permits come through.
Right.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Any other questions? No?
No, I don't think so. When the sunny days becomes fully operational, isn't there an added part of that they're giving money to the town through the commission, the cannabis commission? I think it was 3%, wasn't it?
I forget the amount. Maybe 2.5% for the retail
For the retail?
would come
Okay,
through.
that's-
Yeah, would come to a
right.
general fund
Okay.
versus being
Which would be
assessed.
good.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been a lot of years we've been hoping to get some revenue, but
Yeah.
happens all around us, but not here.
If you are interested in the the average tax bill, or I guess on the
Sure.
so I know Christopher had asked Karen for a median value for residential
Mm-hmm.
properties, which we don't have, but we do have the average, which is 467,000 average value,
Yes.
which would equate to an average tax bill of $6,283.
Yep.
So about almost a 6.5% increase from last year.
Yeah. And this, just for clarity, we have the last 4 or 5 years we have lowered our rate because our values have gone way up.
Yeah.
And I think what you've listed here is the average value of a single family home has risen 37% since 2022. And the average single family tax bill has risen about 22% in that time frame as well. And we have been dropping from a $15.17 in 2022. Last year we were at $13.25, and this year we've gone up 20 cents to $13.45. But again, that really has to do with the values probably not spiking as much this last year as have been.
Yeah, they've
COVID.
somewhat stabilized, I think.
Yeah.
They seem to have.
That's a good sign,
Yeah.
anyways, for sure.
Yeah.
I don't see any public here, so I'd ask for public comment, but hearing none, I'll entertain a motion to close the hearing.
One final question.
Oh, please.
Can Christopher and or Holly discuss what difference a median versus an average would make?
yeah, sure. I mean, so the standard one is just the average, which is a mean. So that number can be pulled up by higher assessments. So your
True.
average single family tax bill is, as the board just mentioned, about $6,200. I did a back of the napkin median just based on what we saw last year when we had more data available, and it's about 5,700. So it's, it's close, but not exactly the same.
Gotcha. Okay. Good to know. Um,
So I'll make a motion to close the hearing.
thank you.
Second,
Thank you. All those in favor?
Blake Gilmore, aye.
Tim Hilchey, aye.
Trevor McDaniel, aye. Great. So with that said, I have a motion here. So I move the select board adopt a single tax rate for all classes of property and set the fiscal year 2026 tax rate at $13.45 per thousand of assessed valuation as recommended by the Board of Assessors.
Second,
Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Blake Gilmore, aye.
Tim Hilchey, aye.
Trevor McDaniel, aye. Thank you
All
very
right.
much.
Yeah, thank you.
Appreciate all you do and all your help,
All
all
right.
your work.
Have a good evening.
Yeah, thank you.
Take
You
care.
too.
Thank you.
Think you can adjourn now too?
No, we haven't.
Oh, do you?
More work to
Yeah,
go?
the districts tonight, so. And you guys are gonna sign, I think,
Yeah.
Yes.
tonight? Okay, all right, great.
Do we have something here to sign? Or was it with that other thing? Did I give it?
I think we got to go to Gateway. We got to go to the
Oh,
the
okay.
assessor's office there. Yeah.
Okay, we'll do that after. Yep, that sounds good. So I guess our next upcoming meeting is December 17th. Any other business before the board? No?
No.
You don't need me for the gateway signing or,
I don't think so, but we'll certainly reach out if we do.
Yeah.
yeah, if they need the clerk, let me know.
Yep. Okay, sounds good. Motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Second,
All those in favor?
Blake Gilmore, aye.
Tim Hilchey, aye.
Trevor McDaniel, aye. Thank you all very much. See you on the
Thanks,
17th.
guys.